Drop what you're doing YouTube. It's Big Play Fig, and today we're going to be showing you guys some budget beasts in Madden 18. I know we're getting late in the year, and there are all kinds of 98, 99 overall cards that people are using. But this is going to be for you guys who are trying to plug in some spots with some cheaper players that can still play and mess around with the big boys. Even though they don't go for 500K, they're going for 50K. So the first card I want to look at is this 94 overall Dan Marino, and if you get him with Go Deep, he'll have 94 throw deep and 99 throw power. So obviously the only drawback on this card is the speed, but he's going to be making every single throw you could ask for. Like, honestly, there's no difference between this card and the 99 overall Dan Marino. He's only going for 40K. And if you're looking for more of a scrambler, there are people who still swear by this 92 overall Michael Vick. Here he is. This 92 overall, or 93 overall Vick, excuse me. People still swear by this card. 92 speed, 94 throw power. Obviously, if you get him Go Deep, you can get up to 98 throw power. Obviously, the throw accuracy isn't there, but for the most part, he's going to be making every single throw. Not every single, but most throws, just because quarterbacks tend to make most throws in this game. Obviously, every so often, he's going to frustrate you. But, if you're still looking for a fast card, this card is definitely way to go. So we're going to move on to halfback now. And the first card I want to look at is, again, a card people absolutely swear by. And we're talking about it's like the best running back in the game until, Bo Jackson came out, and even then, people were still like, wow, this card's amazing. And it's this 90 overall Melvin Gordon. You know what? I've played against it. I've never used it, but I played against it. And for some reason, this dude just does not go down. He doesn't get tackled. It's crazy. He'll just bounce off defenders with, auto break, break tackle animations. It's crazy. And obviously, if you have a little bit of move the sticks, he'll get to the spin move threshold, and obviously he has the juke move threshold. And he's decently still fast, 90 speed, not horrible. This is definitely an awesome card, and obviously will boost your entire team being a motivator. And the other card is, if you're more of a run through versus a run around guy, is this 94 overall Campbell. It's a 94 overall card for 36, 35, 40K. Obviously awesome trucking, awesome carry. He's super strong. He's just gonna run right through guys. It mind boggles me. It boggles my mind why his price is so low and has been for so long. So we're gonna keep quickly moving on here. We're gonna move over to fullback, and the fullbacks tend to be expensive just because there aren't as many of them. But depending on your play style, if you're more of a Jerome Bettis is awesome. This out of position Jerome Bettis, he's a fantastic player. The only thing you're going to be missing out on is the run block in game. If you want to run fullback dive with him and send him out on little routes, Jerome Bettis is going to be fantastic. He's going to be amazing for you. He is. I used him for a long time. But sometimes, on the pitch plays and power run plays, he's just going to be missing blocks just because his run block isn't that high. But alternatively, this 89 James Devlin is, a really good card. He's got good run block, good carrying, good catching. He'll be great in the passing game, great in the running game. The only knock on this card is speed. And obviously, right, if you want him pulling and on toss plays and stuff, he might not have the speed that you're looking for. But other than that, he's fantastic. Moving on to wide receiver, there are a couple things you want to look for here, and that's fast guys, right? Obviously, so the two fast guys you want to look at are J.J. Nelson, who at 30K has 98 speed, and the other one is, let's see if we can find him. Where is he? Tyler Lockett, this new Tyler Lockett, 97 speed, 40K. Those are, if you need some speed demons for your one-play touchdowns, those are the guys you want to get. Obviously, you can get the 92 overall John Ross, but he's going to be about 100K. I think he's still about 100K. And then for your, all-round receivers that you're going to be using for every play, I recommend, here he is, 91 Chris Carter. I use this card for a long time. He's just really good at everything. He hits the 91 route running threshold. He's a little slow. He's 6'3", but he's just good in every regard. He's not fantastic in every regard, but he's just good in every regard. And so that's definitely an awesome card to be using. And the other one is going to be a little bit more expensive, but at 60K, it's this Marvin Harrison. And what can I say about this card? It's amazing. He's got 93 speed, which is still, pretty good. 96 route running is fantastic, and obviously he's good in every other area. 94 catching, 93 elusiveness, 90 catch in traffic. Like, if you go deep, he can boost that spec catch up to 96. Like, this card is a fantastic card. Will play absolutely well for you. And both Chris Carter and Marvin Harrison have awesome traits. The hidden traits, they both have amazing traits. Moving on to tight end here, we got a few options. But it's this full legend, Kellen Winslow. And obviously 85 speed, but 93 route running, 92 spec catch, and 89 catch and trap. Like, at 6'5" for 40K, this is an awesome card. Like, he's still faster than some of the 94, 95 overall tight ends in the game. Like, it's crazy. But another awesome receiving option that's super, super good, is this 89 Dwight Clark, who's going for 20K. He's going for nothing. He's got playmaker, go deep. He 6'4", right? He's got the height. This card plays amazing. And if you stick him in at wide receiver, if you play his out of position card out of position, put him back at wide receiver, he plays like a 93 overall wide receiver, which is absolutely, nuts. This is such an awesome card. Obviously, run block still not there. But we're about to take a look at some cards that have card that has a little bit better run blocking. This Jack Doyle here, this team of the week. The only knock on this card is speed. Other than that, he's got everything you could want. He's got pretty good route running. He's got good run block. He's got good catch and traffic, good catching, good spec catch, awesome height. Right. The only thing is the speed. So if you just need an all-around good tight end that'll just play super well, Jack Doyle is the way to go. With regards to O-line, I'm not going to really go over O-line, just because that's kind of one of those things that you pay for what you get. Right. The better the overall, the better the card's going to play. There's it's going to be whatever you can afford in that regard. And the same with special teams. So we're going to move on to defense here. And left end, there aren't really any good budget options per se. Like, you could pick up this Carlos Dunlap, who at 6'6" has some utility to him. But if you're, the only card I can really recommend is this two-tall right here. If you go physical front, right? I'm a physical front fan, but he gets up to 97 block shed, 96 tackle. He's 6'9", good speed, awesome strength, like good moves. Like, this card just plays all around really well. And obviously the fact that he's 6'9", he's gonna be batting down a lot of passes. Like, you'd be surprised like what he can do if you put him in a spy or whatever. Great card. We're gonna move on to right end here, and I think there's really only 2 ways to go with right end, and it's this 60K Bruce Smith 94 overall. Plays awesome. Obviously the block shed is a little bit low, but in the pass rushing game, fantastic. And a little bit of a niche option you could go for is this 93 Jason Taylor. This 93 Jason Taylor. Obviously, super tall, awesome speed, 87 speed, while still having, the moves. And what sets this one apart is the fact that for 40K, you can get an awesome right end with secure tackler, and that's what makes this card great. Highly recommended. We're going to move on to D tackle, and really, budget-wise, there's only one D tackle to pick up, and it's just pick your version of Mean Joe Green, right? Do you want this version? Do you want this version, right? It's just find the Mean Joe Green. That's the way you want to go. I recommend this one, this 92 overall, simply because he has secure tackler, and secure tackler is fantastic in this game. Really sets him apart from this 92 overall, even without physical front. What can I say? Mean Joe cards they just play so well, every single card. So now we're going to move on to linebacker. Different linebackers have different roles. So first we're going to look at the 91 zone linebackers. And so if you're playing in a 4-3 or 3-4, it doesn't really matter. If you have linebackers in zone, you want to make sure that they have 91 overall zone. Because that 91 zone will let them, make insane interceptions all the time. They'll play ridiculously well. And so the ones that get 91 zone are this... If there are any on the auction block, I don't know if there is going to be. Here we go. This Paul Posluszny, he's a little bit expensive right now. He probably goes for a little bit cheaper, but he has 90 zone, and with read and react, it's going to boost to 91 zone, and that's going to be a common theme. But it's obviously he's got really low speed, but all of his other stats are pretty decent. The fact that he has that 91 zone is awesome. But really, the main way you're going to want to go is to get better cards and play them out of position. So you want Middle linebackers tend to have the best zone, and so the cards you're going to want for the 91 zone are this Willie Lanier right here. A little bit expensive. He's going to be cost you about 75, 80K. But with tier 3 read and react, he gets the 91 zone. Awesome speed, awesome play rec. Everything about this card is fantastic except for the block shed, so he's not going to play as well in the run game as you want. And the other card is this Rashaan Evans, who also at 89 zone with tier 3 read and react will boost to 91 zone. Again, fast, great play rec, great awesome stats. He's 6'3". In fact, he even has 93 block shed. And, if you have a little bit more to spend on your linebackers, which I highly recommend, you can even, pick up this Kuechly, which at 140K is a steal. This is, one of the best middle linebacker cards in the game, and he's only costing 140K. Like, fantastic. And you can also go for, this Leighton Vander Esch right here for 120K. Nigel Bradham, 126K. Both of these guys already have 91 zone, over 91 zone. And the other cards you want to look at are, you can actually, if you have tier 3 react, you can get this Levante David for 30K with 91 zone, and he's going to be the cheapest card with 91 zone you can possibly get. If you have tier 3 read and react. But the other cards that play super well are this Team of the Year Levante David, obviously secure tackler. He's got well over 91 zone, good speed. Just not going to play well in the run game as you might hope. But the card that I used a lot was this Telvin Smith right here. Obviously, he has 91 zone, and he's got really good speed. He's 6'3". He's very fast. This card just plays really, really well. I don't know, that 91 zone is amazing. He's going to be jumping out routes, jumping flats. Like, highly recommend that Telvin Smith. You can also pick up, any version of Derek Brooks. This Derek Brooks here has 91 zone, good speed, pick specialist. So those are the 91 zones. We're going to be moving on to the, if you want a user, right? If you want to user your linebackers, you either want, you tend to go for either speed or height, right? If you have that 6'4", 6'5" player, he's going to get some awesome animations and allow you to, jump and pick off balls that are 20 yards downfield when you're at the line of scrimmage. Like, it's crazy what 6'5" guys can do. This William McGinnis right here, 6'5", 85 speed, less than 30K, awesome cheap option for a user. Obviously he's a little slow. And the other card I'm going to recommend here is this Jason Taylor, who is a little bit more expensive, but if you did the Bo Jackson set, right, you have this Nat Jason Taylor just sitting around. Great user. Secure tackler, 85 speed, 6'6". You can send him on blitzes if you want, and he'll do awesome. But he, the height is huge. He just makes insane plays with that 6'6" height. It's crazy. Other good users is obviously the GOAT of users is Anthony Barr. His 90 overall most feared card is still going for 60K. So, pretty expensive for what this 90 overall card is. But like 87 speed, 6'5", good card. You can also get better versions of Willie McGinnis, obviously. And even this Leonard Floyd here, let's see how cheap he goes. I guess this one is the cheapest one at 50K. But he's 6'6", has 90 speed. That could be really useful. For a super cheap, fast, and tall option. The only thing is about him is that he has really horrible catching, so he might drop a lot of picks for you. So those are the tall guys. But if you want speed guys, here we go. So if you want fast guys, I would go for this Deion Buchanan here at 93 middle linebacker. He's got 93 speed. That's crazy. And if you got Tyrann Mathieu boost everyone's zone, he gets up to 91 zone too. And the other one is a Shazier here. He's got 92 speed. The fast users are fantastic. Actually, I'm also going to show you the 95 overall Brian Urlacher. This is a card that people still use. Like, people with 99 overall teams, some of them still use this Urlacher. He's 6'4". He's got 95 play rec. All of his stats are awesome. 87 speed. People still use this card. Just a little slow. If for a 95 overall card, if you're going to be spending on a 95 overall card, you'd want it to be a little faster. So those are the linebackers, and usually, you want to mix and match. You want to find your user linebacker and then surround him by 91 zone guys. And so cornerbacks, right, obviously pretty much anyone who's 94 overall plus is going to have 91 zone, and that's the important thing. But some of the cheaper options that have 91 zone are going to be in the 90 to 91 overall column. And this Paul Krause is fantastic, right? He's going for, these ones are up for 20, 25K. And he's got an 89 speed, 91 zone, like 6'3". He balls out, like he really does. This is a card that plays so much better than his overall. This Bene Benwikere also has 92 speed, 92 zone, gonna play well. This 91 Rod Woodson, which obviously if you have tier 3 read and react, will get to 91 zone, gonna be a little bit faster than Paul Krause. And I think he's more expensive just because of it's Richard Sherman. But this Richard Sherman always going to have good zone. The fact, what sets him apart is the fact that he's 92 zone and he's 6'3". That 6'3" will help him get a couple more picks. We're going to move on to free safeties. And you want to, hold on, these ones are a little low. I want 92, 93s. And Paul Krause, obviously, Paul Krause cards, they just play really well. They get insane picks, the number of picks this guy gets. You can also get Ed Reed. Ed Reed also plays insanely well. He's fast. He's got great zone coverage. He's just an awesome free safety. Those are the kind of guys you want to go for. And another also really cool option who's actually, going for decently cheaply for how good he is this Calvin Johnson. I know he's 80K, but he's 6'5", 92 speed, 93 zone. This guy playing center field is, I can't, he's awesome. He really is. He really is. And obviously his catching stats are ridiculous. He's got pick specialties. He's never going to drop a pick. And he makes great breaks in the ball. Like this, good card, really good card. Safe and strong safety-wise, last position we're going to go over. I got 2 words for you, and it's Rodney Harrison. This guy is a beast. This 95 overall Rodney Harrison, like 91, he's a little slow, 91 speed, but like he plays amazingly. This Rashad Jones too, got secure tackler, 91 zone. I use both of these cards late in the year. A lot of times people use Larry Wilson, who also plays really well. Not quite as good in the run game as the other 2 guys are, but obviously really fast, really good zone coverage. And if these are all too expensive for you, the 92 overall Rodney Harrison is a beast. I'm 100% serious. I use this guy way too late in the game. He's got 88 speed. I was using him in like January and February. It was insane. This card is so good. It plays so well for its overall. And it's 30K. Like, I cannot say enough about how good this Rodney Harrison is from personal use. So those are budget beasts I would recommend if you're trying to fill in some slots on your team, but don't really want to be spending 200 plus K on better players, right? In fact, if you really just want to players that go for 100K, there are plenty of 96, 97 overall players that go for 100K. This Myles Garrett here is a really good card. AJ Green is a good card. People will use Derek Carr. He hits all the thresholds, got really good stats. Plenty of quarterbacks. This Evan Ingram, if you have the money for it, you got to pick him up. He's a fantastic card. Like at tight end, playmaker, 93 speed, 95 route running, fantastic. He's amazing. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more content. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. And actually, if you noticed any budget beasts that I missed that I should have gone over that I didn't, leave them in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed. And peace.